Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the day 10. This is 10 days in a row that we have streamed and updated and raised funds and raised finances and have done our part to help in the war effort in Ukraine. So good evening to everybody. I see all of you jumping in here. And man, that's a directional mic. That thing's awesome. Todd Ragland, welcome to all you guys. I see all of you here. I'm gonna make that chat tomorrow a little bit different. Because it's very important on this camera. You know, people can see the comments and stuff. So we'll work on that. And remember, your part is like, comment, share, subscribe. And I really want to encourage you guys. I mean, I know Facebook works, but I'm starting to get concerned about Facebook, to be honest with you. There's a lot of back end stuff I have to do to make all this happen. YouTube is going to be there much better than Facebook. So as you're able, migrate over to YouTube. You're going to get the same broadcast, all the Bethel Life information, everything. Just type in Greg Terry Experience on YouTube, no spaces, subscribe, and turn the little bell, and it'll ding you when the show starts. Now, before we go any further, I want to roll over to here. I think I've got you. Do I got audio on you?
Yes, seems to me.
I'm going to tell you what, we are some high-tech rednecks. So welcome to everybody. Zhenya, it's 4 a.m, and you're here, awake.
Yeah.
So I've got everything ready to go, all the information you sent me today that I'll be sharing, but you can get some sleep. But what's going on right now?
So we continue to do what we can do. It means feeding, giving breakfast in the morning to people, encouraging them, um, helping them practically to get to specific places. I mean, the transportation, then connecting them with specific departments in the city if needed. Uh, Sometimes drive. I mean, taking using our cars to transport them to
Hey,
to the proper places. Let's say in the proper time as
Izvinaus.
well.
Izvinaus.
The
Look at the screen there. Slava Vlasiuk, a fellow Ukrainian, sending lots of love your way, Jenya, for what you're doing. I think she's actually in Hong Kong, doing, because that's where she lives, doing support efforts. Yeah, we see her in Hong Kong, and oh, that's good too. And here you go. You're gonna know this one as Sasha Kulik. You're gonna know him as Alexander Nikolaev said one time. Woodney, keep going. So may humanity keep going. So, greetings to you, Slava, in Hong Kong. We're doing everything we can do. I've already been working with Sasha, and there goes you. Love you, Jacob. Back at you. All right.
thank
So
thank you.
you're
Love you.
continu- Yep, you're continuing to do what you do. I know you're tired. Um, you will sleep a little bit in a bit, and then
Yeah.
tomorrow, same thing.
Yes. Yes. So wanted to 1 minute. We did open the second place. We called it Shelter Two, and it's working. The
Yeah,
other
let me.
place we
We now have
accommodated.
two.
Yeah, and
Okay,
we were almost ready. We prepared for the third place to accommodate people, but we're still fighting for to get the key from the building from the owner. But tomorrow, I hope we will get it, and we will be able to accommodate 40, 50 people more.
great. Now
Yeah, every day.
we were talking a little earlier, and I had. Um, let's just pop this up here, Jacob. Back from Hong Kong. Thank you. We are doing our best here in Hong Kong to support, help, and raise funds for Ukraine. Lots of sleepless nights. Yeah, Slava, we're with you. We know your family is in the Poltava region, and it's quite tight. So we're praying for them and we're doing all we can. Folks, isn't this amazing right now? I'm in Pennsylvania. Zhenya's in Ukraine in a war zone. Slava's in Hong Kong. And you guys are all over the country and the world, and we're all doing this at the exact same time. Zhenya, a little while ago, you told me a couple of stories. A little later, I was going to tell those stories, but since you're now here, are you frozen or not moving?
No,
Oh, there you
no.
go. Hey, oh, by the way, look here.
Yeah, I noticed.
Do you
Today it's
see it?
much better.
Today's much better.
Yeah, it's like genuine, like
I'm doing my part, buddy. Um, so
on the way. Yeah,
I'm going to ask you a few questions. Of course, this is all spontaneous. I wasn't sure if he'd be able to jump in tonight or not.
yeah.
Um, so Slava, back to you. Sending love to Slava, her mom and dad in Russia, Tulufka. So that's where they're at, Jake, in Poltava Oblast. Um, how bad is the refugee situation and displaced people?
Just a few minutes ago, I have sent you a couple videos. You may
Yes.
check, and there is one video with people full like on a railway station. So the ability of city, let's say, places come on, all prepared places for sleeping is not enough, absolutely.
Okay.
So when the couple first trains are uploaded, let's say, and all the places are booked, when new train comes, mothers with kids,
Okay. Jacob,
grandfathers,
this is
and
all
there is
this is all spontaneous. You mentioned train.
yes.
I want to validate your story now. I was going to show this stuff later, but my script is flexible when I have a live guest. And before I do that, I just want you to read this comment. Greetings, Jania. You've become family to us, praying for you and anxious to hear and see you nightly, Rodney and Myrna and Melanie. Let me just tell you, this is a wonderful couple and their daughter. They are older folks, not aged, but older. And they you've now become family to these people, man. Here comes another one. Sharpsville, Pennsylvania. Good evening, Jania from Sharpsville, Pennsylvania, praying for you and all in Ukraine. People are getting to know you even more. So you're talking about the train. You're talking about the amount of people coming. This video is a little skewed, but some of the places I get these videos from, there's nothing I can do. Jacob, this is today Kharkov, Lvov train.
Hmm.
Вот таким образом мы добираемся до Львова. Людей в вагоне это просто миллион. Выход в туалет, что один заблокированный мамочками, что вот там вот заблокированный мамочками. Воздуха в салоне вообще нету. То есть порассаживались, мы как заблокированные здесь. Нам где ходить в туалет вообще? Писать, какать детям? Где нам находиться всем, а? Вот скажите, пожалуйста. Вот там два папы стоят, не пропускают вообще ни детей в туалет, ни родителей, вообще никого. Зато все одуренно, нас везут, блядь.
That's a train
Shortly.
coming.
Yes, shortly, every corner are blocked. Like even no, there is no ability. This lady says no ability to go to the toilet, to the restroom, because some fathers are blocking it. We cannot breathe there. There is no air, and what to do? I mean, it's the situation is terrible. Like I mean, will not translate cursing.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I've been showing some videos with cursing, but the only ones in here that understand it are Ukrainian or Russian speakers. So that's why I don't mind showing some stuff.
I want.
So, yes.
Okay. This is this picture.
Yeah. Move it to your right a little bit.
The railway station are full before the next train is coming. So we just realized maybe an hour ago, talking with other volunteers, there is a problem. The first trains are being cared enough every day, and the latest next have even the central coordination place even don't send the buses to take them because there is no place to take them to. I mean, no, absolutely no place. This is why the second night we are like we're going and looking for the worst situation, like one mother with a small baby, and I mean, I mean, she's in a terrible situation. We're looking and trying to. It's craziness that we're picking up people to help.
Mm-hmm.
All of them need help, but we're picking up which one to help first.
It'll make you feel
And
guilty.
it's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes in the two morning, there is line to enter. You know the place, the cinema theater,
Конечно.
and in the downtown. кинотеатр Шевченко. So the line goes outside because there is no possible to get all people inside. So the lines with the baby in the 2 morning, they are being freezing. They are waiting just to be registered. So today it's changing with the trying to make it faster, but it's so much people, so many people that people like on the edge. They people like hey. So like we trying the only thing that we're trying to do. Okay, how much more people we can accommodate? Give food, place to sleep. So we buying mattresses. We're renting new places, and we will do it as much as possible from our side. So that's
Slava
it,
writes,
shortly.
yes, Slava writes, some friends who were evacuated suggest wearing diapers if they get access to it for both adults and kids because they can't access toilets. And Jeka, you know, man, do you know how many thousands of kilometers and miles you and I have ridden in trains together and traveled together? Just, I couldn't
Well,
imagine. Yeah, a lot. I couldn't imagine. It's hard enough on a train when the train is normal, but an evacuation train, before you go, and you can say whatever you want to, but these are the two stories I was going to, it's in my notes, about a grandma and a grandpa you were upset and angry about, abandoned, left because they're old. Can you enlighten us on that?
okay.
I know you're
I
doing stuff.
wanted to find the first. I want to find that. Okay.
Is your English to the level where you can talk and work?
I'm trying to.
Okay.
So here is
Okay. Yep. To
grandfather
your right a little bit.
in
And
our
yes.
in our in our center.
Okay.
And here's a
It's
picture.
okay. We see this older man in the family.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Tell the
not
story.
not okay. Not all centers like this are Christian centers, and in different places they have different values. Let's say. So this story is. You want for me to share the story?
I do. When you go to sleep
So
in a minute, I'm getting ready to tell the truth to the people.
okay, this family was not allowed to come inside of the building to for accommodation because they had oh sorry
It's okay.
it's because they had this grandfather with them. They told you are too old, and they
81 years old.
suggested them to leave him in the car, and then it will they will allow the family to go. So like they found us, sure in no place, no questions. All of them are sleeping right now in a warm place on soft mattresses and clean beddings, and I'm happy and thankful to God and for that.
That family rescued?
Yes,
Thank you, brother.
yeah. Yeah, this
But it's the
story is
reality. It's the reality. What we are witnessing right now is a human tragedy that is unimaginable in 2022. And the reason it's unimaginable for me is I can understand. I mean, I can't, but I can. I see many people commenting in the chats about, World War II and Hitler and Stalin and all of this stuff. But, the news would come a week later. Every night in here, I'm showing the people that watch and are part of this, what is happening 1 hour ago, 30 minutes ago. You're live with me right now. This is not a week later, and the world is watching this, and the world is raging. I want to give you a smile before you go to bed. You want a smile?
Yeah, I need it.
You need a smile? Let me give you a smile. Okay.
Okay.
I'm having to go off script, folks, so I have to find my number. Yeah, let me show you this, Xenia. Do you remember Jim Phelps? Shirley Phelps?
Yes.
Todd
yes, sure.
Ragland? Okay. Todd, they live in Washington State. He made a trip today down to Portland, Oregon. Okay? It's going to give you a smile before you go to bed. Check this out.
Good morning, Pastor Greg. This is Todd. Video coming into Oregon here from Washington. We're on the I-205 bridge. I was just going to send you a video of the support of the people marching to support Ukraine.
He's saying, PG, I'm heading into Portland, and there are lots of people on the bridge that want to show their support for Ukraine. It's a lot of road noise there, but you're going to hear it. He's coming across the bridge. I think he's on the 205. Getting ready to come up on them.
Hundreds of people supporting Ukraine. Lined up with flags. Just wanted you to see that. And love you. God bless you.
Love you. God bless you.
Continue to watch your podcast, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Todd, for watching. Let me tell you something about that city. Been a very difficult city over the last couple of years with a lot of the issues that we've had in America. And the issues that we have had in America are not anything now in comparison to what you're experiencing. But to see that kind of outreach and love from Portland, Oregon, it's not on the news or anything, but you just got to see it, bud.
Yeah, thank you.
They give you a smile?
And yeah, for sure. And okay. And then I want to send back, to do something back. I'll say, hey, like this.
You got the picture?
This is the emotion of the person when the mama is hearing, being in the big cinema hall inside, waiting for somebody would, like, just having a small hope, then she will not stay for a night just sitting in a chair. I want to share it with you. She's just happy that somebody called, hey, we found one place.
Speaks for itself.
And we got two couples like that, two moms with two kids.
Infants.
Yes, infants. And yesterday, it's like hunting. We accommodate about 80% or 100% of our calls, let's say. which we call shelters, Christian shelters, and then we are hunting for specific better conditions, specific needs, like situations like with the babies, and we looking for them. We have just couple of apartments like that, or just rooms, and we accommodate them, and then we see these happy faces sleeping not on the floor. So that's it. I'm ready to finish on that. Not stealing your time. Sorry, I just got home. You didn't invite me to go
yes,
online,
I did.
but I couldn't sleep.
Your invitation is standing.
Okay, thank you.
So, like I told you, I was literally in the fire up phase, folks, which is getting everything going. And I see him pop in over here to the left. There was no sound check or nothing. We were just ready to go. So you can hop in anytime, bud. And I expect you to be here. We got to continue telling the story and doing our part. So we will continue. Much love has come your way tonight. And thank you for sharing the emotion. I'm now going to take 20, 25 minutes. There's a big heart there from Ukraine.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give the updates, just technically what's going on. But I'm going to tell you something. If you have not been to my YouTube channel or Facebook and watched last night's Winston Churchill moment with Zhenya, you need to. That we need to get out. It tells the truth. Go to my YouTube channel. It's pinned right at the top. And it's like, is this real? Or something like that. Winston Churchill speech moment with Zhenya Matsutsa. Watch it, share it, like it, comment it. Dude, you were right there with Churchill. So anyway, thank you. Get some rest. I'll check on you. You'll probably be awake before I go to sleep, and we'll keep updated. Everyone's saying they love you. I'll give you one more message to read there. It's from Grace. We love you so much, Zhenya. Praying for you and your family. Jeremy Teeple.
Thank you for staying.
For you guys. I mean, but it's just the love's coming. We pray for you guys.
And yeah,
here's
thank you
Mr. Matsutsa.
for staying with us.
Mr. Matsutsa, right now I'm praying for strength and rest for you. Okay. You are one of God's angels. Listen, I can keep it going, bud. Hey, go to bed. We love you.
Okay, I will.
Right.
No,
stay safe.
No choice.
No.
Bye.
Thank
you.
Da. So, folks, there you have it. So let's go. There's your real deal. All of my notes are just out of the order now. Zhenya that has messed me all up, but he didn't mess anything up. That was powerful. So I want to show you. Let me go here, just so you know. As of right now, this is the controlled territories in the red, Chernobyl, Chernov, pushing into the left and right of Kyiv, of course, along the whole border region, Kharkov, Lugansk, Donetsk, Kramatorsk. If you see this city right here, this city has now come under major attack. This city is very special to me. I've ministered there many times in Kramatorsk. I know that city very well, and just to think, and the pastor I work with there is in Lvov. He was able to get his family out. He hated to leave. The last time in 2014, he didn't leave, and he was actually sniped at, and we had to send some resources with Rostislav to rescue him. I mean, they sent like 40 guys to get his family out in 2014. Maybe I can get him on here, Oleg Olenek. So then down to Zaporozhye, you can see the power plant that they're all debating on who is in control. But right now, last I have is Russia's in control of that. And then, of course, the city of Kherson, all of Crimea. and then we're wrapping around to Odessa. So this is what we're looking at right now, up to date with what's going on. Now, today there was an attempted ceasefire, and I say attempted because it did not last long. It lasted just a few minutes, and here's the facts. The amount of people evacuated during the ceasefire was 400. And after the initiation of the ceasefire, Russia started shelling again. And of course, they blame Ukraine for shelling, but Russia started shelling, broke the ceasefire, and only 400 managed to get out. In the little town of Volnovaka, how you like to say that one? Volnovaka. That is a regional center. That would be like a county seat, like Mercer. Whatever the county seat is in Crawford. I don't even know. Meadville, maybe? Whatever. Your county seat city. 15,000 people are encircled and trapped, unable to get out. Mariupol in the box down there. We've been talking about this city. They are completely cut off. And I'm just going to tell you the truth. Unless they get out, there's going to be devastation that we've not seen in a long time. Between 200,000 and 400,000 people are trapped in Mariupol. No heat. It's freezing there. Food, basically gone. Water, no fresh drinking water. This was the group that was in between Kharkov and Mariupol of the most difficult situation to get civilians out, and that has not happened. I want to share with you now a quick little video clip. You will not understand it. You do not have to understand it, but I want you to learn these words. Papa. Jeremy Teeple, thank you, my friend, from Northbrook, Ontario, Canada. God bless them. I'll tell you what, Donna Jean, you will minister there again. Donna Jean, I'm ready to go right now. So, yeah. Seriously, I would go right there right now. I don't know if my wife will allow me, but this keeps on. I may be broadcasting from there because I'm getting sick of it. And I want to help more than I am. But we are doing a great thing with evening updates, our partnership with our home church, Bethel Life, Pastor Kenton, I'm speaking Russian and English, doing all of this administrating, you guys giving out the wazoo. Remember your job. Pray, like, share, comment, watch, all of that stuff. It helps to get the message out. Do you see we're growing now? Canada's watching. Thank you for being here, Canada. Now I want to show a video. I want to teach you a couple of words here. Papa, father. Doch or Dochinka is daughter. So there is a video I received today showing last phone calls between fathers who had to let their wife and children go. You will hear the emotion. You'll see some video. This is what's happening in families. Complete destruction, devastation, separation. And even though you will not understand the language, you will feel the emotion.
Алло, доча моя, приветик моя, зайка. Папа весь целенький, доченька. Ладно, пусть спит. Ага. Нам сказали нахуй идти вперед, мы окружены сейчас. Танков у нас осталось мало, всю технику перебили. У меня Мишу Буянова чуть не подстрелили, блядь. Крыл его.
Себя прикрой, блядь, уже дети нахуй дома.
Себя прикрываю. Чё ты мне говоришь? Сейчас, погоди.
Успокойся. Чего?
Завтра дадут команду вперед. Сколько нас тут, блядь? 500-600 человек. Мы ляжем все. Дадут команду назад, мы тоже ляжем все. Нас нет выхода. Люди сегодня ушли вперед. Некоторые погибают так, что я даже не понимаю, что от них мест не остается. Так что, честно говоря, жди весточку.
Ты приедешь живой, здоровый оттуда.
Ебучая купленная война, блядь. Да, у нас из 60 танков осталось 12. Сегодня вот выехал на танке, вышел с танка, и пизда человеку пришла сразу. Ладно, поцелуй детишка мне. Детям завтра скажешь, что живой и здоровый. Дай ему трубку.
Алло.
Здорово. Отец звонит. Че сам как?
А что срочно?
Не знаю, может, последний раз у нас есть.
Он тебя убил?
Да.
Кого убил?
Много кого.
Folks, his family's broken. How to reconnect. And this is nuts. Thank you. I can't call your name. One of my sources who works in that world, you know, that world, high tech and internet and hacking and all that stuff. I can't even show the message. It just popped on my Apple Watch, but thank you for your donation. You know who you are. We love you very much. And y'all think I'm kidding. I'm not allowed to say his name or who he is, where he's at, but he just dinged it. You can feel the emotion of that. And I want to go quickly through a couple of things here. And I'm just going to tell you the truth. I've got Zelensky speaking today. I've got actually a behind the scenes of him speaking with Elon Musk. So there is no ceasefire. The shelling right now is heavier than ever. Heavier than ever. That's where we're at. Facts. 90% of Ukrainians believe that Ukraine will withstand the Russian attacks. 98% of Ukrainians trust the armed forces of Ukraine. 95% of Ukraine supports President Zelensky. The reason these statistics came out today in Ukraine and for the rest of the world is because of fake news and media that tries to tell a different story. But folks, we're going to tell the truth. These are facts. These are real numbers. And this is the reality of what's going on. In fact, let me go back. I've got Zelensky speaking here today. I'll just show you a little clip of it, giving his update. I'll let you hear the intro, and then I will tell you the basics of what he said. Here's Zelensky.
Наш вільний народи, ти зараз на висоті свого духу, на максимумі можливостей. Кожен військовий на лініях оборони, кожен лікар, який рятує життя, кожен пожежний, який зупиняє вогонь, кожен підприємець, який продовжує роботу, десятки і десятки інших професій, мільйони людей, які стали одним цілим, над державою духу. Програмісти, які пішли в інформаційні війська, усі, хто пішов у
So, there you have. Doesn't he just want to make you stand up and salute? Good grief. Slava, thank you for that. Here's in a nutshell on that last video. This man talking to his wife and his daughter while not knowing if they will be alive, telling the truth to his wife. Thank you, Slava. So Zelensky, it was about a 6-minute speech to Ukraine, and here is a few of the things that he said. He said today that every meter, of course they don't use yards, they use meters, of our Ukrainian land won by protest and humiliation of the occupiers is a step towards victory for all of Ukraine. This is a chance at life. Ukrainians in all of our cities where the enemy is entered, feel it now, go on the offensive. This came out today after the ceasefire was broken for the humanitarian corridor. He said, go on the offensive. He then quoted or said, and I quote, Donbass, that region to the right of Donetsk and Lugansk Oblast, was never put on its knees, and no one can be put on its knees. He then speaks to the people of Donbass. Donbass, now is the time. We appeal to all people in the temporarily occupied territories who have not been erased by propaganda. Fight for your rights, fight for your freedom. Ukraine, together with Kherson, Berdyansk, Kyiv, and other Ukrainian cities that value life. Everyone in Donbass will always be our people in all our cities. Slava Ukraina. Glory to Ukraine. Zelensky then said, the occupation of Ukrainian cities is temporary. Kherson, Konotop, Melitopol, Berdyansk. The inhabitants of these cities daily expel the occupiers with their determination and unity. It is a special heroism to protest when your city is occupied, when there are no weapons and they answer you with shots, but you do not run. When there is no armor and an armored personnel carrier is driving at you, but you do not move away. That's the video I showed you last night. Zelensky, when we need to go out and drive, this evil from our land so they don't create new regions in which a normal life is simply impossible. Only slavery and only on your knees. Now, folks, that's directly from Zelensky's mouth. So when you hear all of this stuff about, okay, well, Ukraine's just going to surrender, they're going to give it up, old president's going to come back and assume power, and then Ukraine will be this nice little annexed place. It's not happening. You're hearing it right here. It's not happening. The lies that say Vladimir Zelensky abandoned his people and is gone, not true. He's leading that country. Joe Biden called him and offered him an escape, a route out. We will give you a ride and save you and your family out of Ukraine. Zelensky told him, I do not need a ride. I need the air closed over Ukraine. I'm not leaving. So do you think when you hear the other mess, it's just going to fall? No, it's not going to fall. And we're going to do our best to support. Now, Zelensky also today made 2 calls. Yeah, he does give you goosebumps, man. I'm telling you. That's a real man right there. Listen, Zelensky made 2 phone calls today. He had to call Joe Biden, and he had to call Elon Musk. He called Elon Musk first. Does that show you where the help's coming from? Who else has this video?
Jumps like you. So if you have time after the war, you're very welcome. I invite you. Yes.
That sounds good. Well, I look forward to visiting once things are.
If you have time after the war, Mr. Musk, I'd love for you to visit. Oh, I'd love to visit. Does that sound like a coward or somebody who's giving up? No, it doesn't sound like a coward. It sounds like a strong leader. And he was talking to Elon Musk. He then went on and spoke with President Biden. And Biden once again reiterated, we'll give you money and a little bit of equipment, but we will not close the skies. So I'm not even going to waste my time to talk about that. Pathetic leadership. Absence of leadership. What a coward in Washington. Aggravating. While those people are dying, man, You're more worried about protecting your own legacy destiny, proclaiming that COVID is beaten, and still buying Russian oil and not helping the Ukrainians when they're being destroyed daily. You are a coward. And yes, I'm a Christian, and yes, I'm a pastor. I'm just an evangelist, and you're a coward. You need Jesus. This is reality in Kyiv, Ukraine, as a lady carries her daughter into the train station with an AK-47 over her shoulder. No words needed. Really? That's reality, Mr. Biden. I already showed you the video from Portland, Oregon. I thought that was quite impressive. Vladimir Putin spoke today. Right there, he's speaking with leaders of Aeroflot, and he then spoke with the press. There's a couple of things you need to understand here. You need to understand. Everybody is saying that Vladimir Putin is in the Ural Mountains in a bunker. Please hear me. He is not in the Ural Mountains. He is not in a bunker. He is literally in Moscow. He is so convinced and in lunacy that he's right. It's very reminiscent of World War II and the dictator that tried to conquer the world and wipe out the Jewish nation. It's the same thing happening, but he is not in a bunker. He's in Moscow. He's arrogant, and he's just declaring the way things are. I've got a clip of him talking. Here it is.
Абсолютно реальные угрозы. Это не какая-то ерунда надуманная. И ребята наши, которые там сейчас сражаются, и жизни свои кладут, они кладут жизни, сражаются за наше будущее, за будущее наших детей.
He said, this is about life, and this is about the future of our children. He went on to make some other statements, and this is what he said. You want to know what he said? Here it is. He said, the decision to launch a special operation, that they still call it, was very difficult. Second point, he said, Ukraine has had nuclear and missile competencies since the Soviet times. The guys who fight and lay down their lives are fighting for our future. Third, he said, if the Ukrainian authorities continue to do what they are doing, it will call into question the future of Ukrainian statehood. Are you getting the whole story tonight? Zelensky said, you're not getting any of our territory, and we're going to get the territory you've taken back. Putin saying, if you don't surrender, lay it down, then the Ukrainian statehood is going away. He then said, there are also neo-Nazis in Russia, but not in the government. Neo-Nazis are only in the government of Ukraine. He then stated, in regard to the humanitarian corridors being fired upon, he said the humanitarian corridors were blocked not by Russia, but by neo-Nazis in Ukraine. And then finally, he made a statement, and this is why the world is afraid. He said, Russia will consider the introduction of a no-fly zone by any country or organization as participation in an armed conflict. People just don't know the truth. I'm telling you right now, if we just had a leader, if we just had a leader be over in a New York minute, I'm telling you, I've been there hundreds of times. Now, because of the silence of the world, listen, sanctions, they're nothing. U.S. is still buying oil from Russia. We need to open our strategic reserves in the Keystone Pipeline. Still buying oil from Russia, paying for the war. Sanctions? Oh, I'm sanctioning this oligarch's yacht. I'm taking this guy's yacht. Who cares? Some rich dude's yacht you took? You think you've accomplished something? You've accomplished nothing. What you've accomplished is you've made it worse, because now you have declared, hey, we're not going to get involved. So today, it's very clear that Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania are potential next targets after Ukraine. It was very clearly stated in Putin's speech today, also with the skies that we've already talked about. So this region here, I want you to see it: Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. I've been in all of those nations, Estonia many, many times. There is a little gap called the Suwalki Gap that connects from Belarus over to Kaliningrad, which is already Russian territory. So it's like this little region up there of those Baltic states. Very, very dangerous. Very dangerous, precarious situation, especially with the weakness globally. Round 3 of talks scheduled Monday, March 7th. Now, that was prior to the shelling on the humanitarian corridor and also the barbs going back and forth. But I assume that representatives of each government will meet on Monday. But the terrible thing is, we're just finishing out Saturday night. They're still all Sunday and Sunday night into Monday before they'll even meet. It's just devastation. Today, maybe you did not know this, but Naftali Bennett of Israel went and met with Vladimir Putin. You say, PG, how do you know that Putin's in Moscow and not in a bunker in the Urals? How do I know? Because today, Bennett met with Putin in Moscow at the Kremlin. He's there. Bennett trying to do anything to calm this down. But I'm just going to tell you guys the truth. I'm telling you, all this is connected. It's all connected to Scripture, the book of Ezekiel. It's unfolding. Bennett, even today, walked on some eggshells around Putin. And the reason is because of Syria. So he had to be careful. And he came out and he did not make any headway at all with Vladimir Putin. And then he called President Zelensky and gave him an update. Bennett is now on the way to Germany to meet with the president of Germany. So, folks, just a couple of minutes left, and we'll get you out of here. It's Saturday night, and get you some rest and be in church tomorrow. The U.S. this evening condemned the new Russian media law. The U.S. has condemned a new law in Russia that threatens jail terms up to 15 years for what the Kremlin calls spreading fake news, and urged continued action across the sectors to promote human rights and fundamental freedoms. Now, I put a graphic there, and I'm not going to go into this because I want to try to keep these streams to an hour, because unless I get guests on here, and I'll just keep talking with them and tell their story. But this is what you call hello pot, meet kettle. So I just want you to know that it's okay for the government of the United States to use fake news and spread a false narrative and tell untruths about our own border and tell untruths about the things that are happening in the world and untruths about true statistics and untruths about what the reality is, not only in the United States, but globally. But we can call Russia and tell them, hey, no fake lies, no fake news. Be careful how the media is used. That is the pot calling the kettle black. What a joke. It's where we're at, folks. I'm telling you. There is a geopolitical index that shows basically the danger and instability in the world. The last time it was this high was at the 9/11 terrorist attacks throughout the United States, New York City, Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C. That is when it was at that high. at that level, and then 03, 04 in the Iraqi war. But you can see now it's starting to scream up. And what this takes into account is all geopolitical factors, economics, country relationships. And yeah, it's a third party, it's a think tank, but they actually track peace in the world. And you can see it's jumping there. Now, difficult to understand for us. And, you know, Zhenya was on here and he shared out how you're giving and we're giving and supporting, and it's making a difference. And for us in America or Canada, Hong Kong, wherever you're watching from tonight, I know Africa's in here all the time as well watching. It's difficult to understand, but an organization there, just people like us. On February 28th, we raised funds for equipment for our defenders. We collected funds, and it shows their channel, and it gave a report. Just listen. The funds were raised or used to purchase 5 thermal imagers. Okay, that's binoculars that can see body heat. 80 power banks, little power banks you buy at Walmart to charge your phones. 60 sets of thermal underwear. 60 balaclavas, which is a stocking hat, basically, that covers your face. 60 winter pants, 60 winter jackets, 60 fleece jackets, backpacks, sneakers, bars, we did not count, and then ties and electrical tape for prisoners. A lot of that. Now we are raising funds again for our fighters from the MTR. We know the guys personally. Those who want to help the Army, please send funds to these cards. But you can see this is people coming together. It's not the government buying this stuff. It's the people. As Zhenya said last night, we don't have any money. We do the best we can with what we have. Very, very difficult to understand. As we're closing out of here, 1.2 as of a couple of hours ago, million refugees, and 300,000 are displaced and on the move. That doesn't mean that's the total. That's just right now. 300,000 are displaced and on the move. So that's what we have. I put a picture there. That is actually in Irpin, which is right outside of Kyiv, and you can see the people under the bridge. This is the place where I showed you some video clip of the people being rescued out of that region. Well, as they were being rescued, more attacks came, and the soldiers were just having the people stand under the bridge. Folks, it's 1 second from devastating tragedy. Hundreds of people under that bridge. But make no mistake about it, we got your yacht sanctioned, buddy. We got your yacht sanctioned. And now, yeah, we'll send you 5,000 barrels of diesel fuel. We're praying for you. God bless you. No, not good enough. We will be here every night. We will be sharing the truth. Thank you for being here. Lots and lots of new folks have come in and joined the broadcast here on Saturday night. So I thank you for that. And as always, this is what we leave with right there. Pray for Ukraine. Continue to give, www.blwc.org. I did receive communication tonight. Bill Wilson with Metro Ministries, I just got it too late, is heading over and is aware of what we're doing. And I was sent a message from Bill Wilson to give him a call and see if there's any ways that we can partner and work together. So will be giving Bill Wilson a phone call. That text message came out of the blue. Got a contact tonight from T-Mobile as to what they are doing to help support the war in Ukraine. So I'm going to give an update on that tomorrow as well. Hey, it's been a good night, and we thank you for all that you're doing. Each evening, we will be here, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific. Get you a good night's rest. And remember, we're doing this together. Make sure you like, comment. Even if you don't like it, can you hit like for me? It helps. It helps other people see it. And I know it's difficult to understand, but when you like, comment, share, subscribe, go to YouTube, whatever, it really does take the computers and spread the message out more and more. Do me another favor tonight. Go to my YouTube. Let me bring it up here, and I'm going to get out of here and get you some rest. And everybody go to church tomorrow. Go to my YouTube here, and you see that's the channel, Greg Terry Experience. And let me pull that down. And if you come down, it's this video right. Well, it's got my live one going now, but this right here, War in Ukraine. Is it real? The truth from the inside. Zhenya's Winston Churchill moment. Go share that video, and then just go here and hit like and subscribe. That way I got you. And no matter what Facebook does. Hey, may the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord cause his face to shine upon you, be gracious to you. That is up to the minute what's going on in Ukraine. We love you, and we will see you in 23 hours. Good night. God bless America, and God bless the Ukraine and all the nations of the world. Good night.